How do you interpret point-slope form answers in real-world problems? Imagine you're trying to figure out how your savings grow each week or how far you walk over time. When you see an equation written in point-slope form, it might seem tricky at first, but it actually helps you understand these kinds of situations easily. Point-slope form is a way to write the equation of a straight line when you know one specific point on the line and how steep it is. The formula looks like this: y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Here, x and y are your variables, x1 and y1 are the known point, and m is the slope or rate of change. In real-world problems, each part of this equation tells you something important. The point x1 and y1 is like a starting point or a specific condition. For example, it could be how much money you have saved after a certain number of weeks or how many steps you've taken after a certain amount of time. The slope m shows how fast or slow something changes. If you're saving money, it might be how much you save each week. If you're walking, it could be how many steps you take per minute. Once you have the equation in point-slope form, you can use it to find unknown values. For example, if you want to know how much money you will have after 10 weeks, you just plug in 10 for x and solve for y, or if you want to find out how many steps you take after 5 minutes, you put 5 in for x and find y. It's like a recipe that helps you predict what will happen at different points. Let's say you started saving money and after 3 weeks, you have saved $150. If you know you save $50 each week, the point-slope form would be y minus 150 equals 50 times x minus 3. This tells you that for any week x, you can find out how much money y you will have. If you want to know how much money you will have after 5 weeks, just replace with 5 and solve. Point-slope form is helpful because sometimes you don't know the starting point or the y-intercept, but you do know a specific point and the rate of change. It makes building the equation simple and direct. When you interpret the answer, think of the known point as a snapshot of the situation, and the slope as how quickly or slowly things are changing. Using this, you can make predictions and understand how different factors relate in real life. It's a handy tool for solving many everyday problems involving linear relationships.